Guys, they said Kabiesi's joy knows no bound over his latest achievement right now. Hey, we all know that left for Kabiesi, he really wants Queen Naomi to come back immediately. But Queen Naomi, on the other hand, have made it clear that she is not coming back to that palace with all those women. And that was where the issue of building a mini palace, another new and small palace inside the main palace for himself and Queen Naomi, because information have it that the palace in question is a community palace. Any king who emerge moves into that palace. Is a very big one. As a matter of fact, this present king is the one who furnishes it to his taste, because the man get taste, as in he has high taste. At least looking at the wives that he is bringing in, you could know the kind of taste that he has. But I believe that he has that taste because he also have money. So he is the one that furnished that place to that grade, you know. So when this issue of Queen Naomi returning back, but unfortunately there is no more befitting apartment for her. Igbi have occupied the one that they furnished for her. Remember the other time the Kabiyesi furnished that Yeyoluwa quarters very, very well to Queen Naomi's taste, and they were planning on how to bring her back when Igbi and Co went and buried a cow head there. I don't know if you remember that story. That is, if it is true, that is what we heard. These are all alleged information. Don't forget, okay? So at the end of the day, prophecies were coming that Queen Naomi should not move into that place. They want to buy her. They want to buy her. They this, that. After all said and done, Queen Naomi did not return back there. And after that, Igbi and Co know what they did, and Igbi packed into that place because that had been her dream, you know. So, and ever since then, Queen Naomi do not have her own house or her own apartment in that place. The only place that she normally stays happens to be the royal manor. But remember that the essence of having that royal manor is to accommodate kings and VIPs when they visit the palace, because Kabiyesi is a great king. So he built that place to test, so that when other big king like him or queens visited his palace, they will be very comfortable, you know. But at some point, because he really wanted Queen Naomi around, he gave that place to Queen Naomi. So most times, anytime that Queen Naomi visited the palace, that is where she normally stays. And it is after Queen Naomi stayed there that other Oloris started eyeing that place. Because that royal manor have been there. We have not heard that any of the Olori have volunteered to go there and stay. But ever since Kabiyesi gave it to Queen Naomi, and the essence of giving it to Queen Naomi is because they mess up her own apartment and she said she's not going to stay there again. So ever since then, everybody wants to be in the royal manor. But unfortunately, Kabiyesi have not allowed any of them to move in there except Queen Naomi. So when the issue of reunion started, Kabiyesi made a promise that he is going to build a new mini palace inside that palace. And this particular palace in question, he is only going to move in inside it after building it with his wife, with Naomi and Tadenikawo alone. You know, even though we all know that the Oloris, anyway, maybe with time we'll know, but they can never be happy about it. But at this point, I don't think Kabiyesi give a damn whether they like it or not. So right now, what we're hearing is that Kabiyesi have started that building long time ago. There was a time we heard that he started, but along the line, they said he paused. Then, now that he really wants Queen Naomi back into his life, he also wants her to have her own apartment right there in the palace, because she cannot continue to stay in the royal manor. What if they have certain kind of visitors? during the time she visited too. It's going to be somehow. uh And we all know that Queen Naomi remains Kabiesi's wife, even though publicly they cannot address her as one due to the way she left the palace and due to their culture and tradition. But that is not to say that she's no longer Kabiesi's wife. She is. There was never official divorce. It was just what they wrote on Instagram. And they did not get married on Instagram. So, right now they said a particular phase of that new palace have just been finished. As in, he was able to finish some parts. And he was so excited that they said Kabiyesi invited Queen Naomi and some elders to show them around. And they said Queen Naomi was happy seeing it. And for that reason, Kabiyesi was so excited because she was happy that at least in no distance time, she will be able to move back into her palace. Because the Kabiyesi have promised her that before that Ofarande ritual will take place, that he will make sure that he gives her a home again back there in the palace. So that even if she doesn't want to live in the palace, because information have it that she have made it clear that she cannot live in that palace. She can only come and go. But at least when she comes, she will have a home where her stuffs and everything is, you know. So they said they were very, very happy. And come to think of it, I also support Queen Naomi. Oh. Don't move back into that palace. Yes, reconcile with your husband. Take your position back. But moving inside there to raise your son, I don't like that idea. Because we all know that she have made it clear that she doesn't want crowd. And with all of these women, it's a very big crowd. And the major problem uh, about them is that they will not mind their business. They will always want to fight who is not fighting them. They will always want to interfere on the things that did not concern them. And our baby girl is not that type of a person who can fight them. That's why she said she doesn't want crowd. So, but giving her home back is what Kabiyesi really wanted, so that anytime she comes to the palace, she will feel comfortable, knowing fully well that this place belongs to her and her son, you know. So right now they said that is what is happening, that they were all happy seeing that Kabiyesi have done a great job by finishing some part of that royal mansion. But they said, as in the new palace, but they said the work is still ongoing until when they are done with what Kabiyesi wanted. Because we all know that Kabiyesi have a very good taste and he would want something that is so befitting for his wife and son, you know. So this is what we are hearing, you know, if the information is true. I want to always remind you that whenever you are here, these are all alleged, unverified information making rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as fact unless you verify them, okay? Thanks for watching. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. Do well to share this video and give my video a thumbs up. Bye. Love you.